Affordable housing is going up in an area that used to be a major eyesore.
Wintergreen Apartments near 52nd and Sorensen Parkway was once a crime-ridden, rundown apartment complex that officials demolished years ago.
And tonight, John Chapman reports Habitat for Humanity is bringing new life to that part of town.
When the Wintergreen Apartments were finally knocked down, people used the massive empty space to dump everything from old household items to trash. Habitat for Humanity made a deal, came in and got the space ready to be redeveloped.
A big shift from what was normal down here. This is a gorgeous area of town that's been forgotten for a lot of years.
Work crews are building the first of 40 homes to be constructed on this site this year, helping to improve the neighborhood and help with the shortage of affordable housing.
There's a huge need in Douglas County, Sarpy County, all surrounding areas to Omaha. In our piece of that, we're going to contribute 85 new construction homes here to the market for affordable housing.
When the project is complete, there will be 85 brand new homes, ranging in price from $175,000 to $200,000.
The families that will be occupying these homes and eventually purchasing these homes will be getting a mortgage just like you or I would get. There's a low % interest rate, but they are on a fixed mortgage for a 30-year term.
3.5?
Yep.
Habitat Omaha is not only working to add more affordable housing to the market, they're also working to attract new workers to the trades. About a dozen Benson High School students are working with professionals and hopefully will be attracted to a career building communities.
Our off-site program has been partnering with Habitat all year. We come once a week out here and they get a hands-on experience. They've built about 6 homes in the neighborhood and we're trying to get them to build the skills to get a job when they graduate.
Habitat Omaha is building a plan to bring more workers to the trades and bring new energy to a neighborhood that has been neglected for years.
That sense of community can sometimes fall apart. So the one thing that we really hope from at the end of the day from all of this is that there's a much tighter knit group of individuals and that sense of community for this area to thrive.
On your side in Omaha, I'm John Chapman, 6 News.
Eventually, there will be 85 new homes, and Habitat hopes to finish the project by 2025.